I'm Amanda Coleman and I run a crisis communication consultancy. It was interesting because I started doing some quite sensitive work and realised that I needed to up my security in terms of everything I do. I contacted a number of operators, number of suppliers, but quite a few weren't interested because you're a small business. So once I'd spoken to Linten, I realised that they would take it seriously, and then when I got the proposal through, it covered everything I wanted to. So I'm so really pleased that they were bothered about small businesses. Yeah, the business has changed for me in the last couple of years. I now run using on-call service, so I needed phone support to be able to do that between myself and a colleague, as well as obviously the kind of building the sort of security around my laptop and infrastructure, and keeping changing with the developments in all the computer systems. Testing me, I do like the fact that I get an update that gives me some learning and things to do, and obviously make sure that I don't forget some of the simple human aspects as well of security. Yeah, I'm not the most patient person, and so there's quite a few times I think I've been quite a demanding customer, but it's never been a problem. So, there's been a number of times I've had to kind of go through things, and I've always found the support to be first rate, really. And because of the work I do, and because I am mainly a sort of self-employed single person, you need that response quickly, because if I don't have a computer that works, I literally don't earn any money. So yeah, always been really patient with me and really speedy to come back. Yeah, I had one occasion when for some reason my laptop was not loading properly at all, which kind of just leaves you with nowhere to go. And when I got in touch, basically got it sorted out within half an hour. So it meant that I could actually function and work for the rest of the day. But you don't realise how dependent you are until something like that happens. But obviously it's great because we got it resolved really quickly. Yeah, I found it really easy. Mainly I used the email kind of help sort of system. I always get a reply back, and then obviously I know it gets triaged as to how urgent it is, but it's never been a problem in terms of the speed of reply. Sometimes you have niggly things that aren't massively urgent, but you just need that bit of support. And when it's been absolutely kind of desperate, then I know I can pick up the phone and always get to speak to somebody as well. Yeah, so I advise people around crisis communication, and a lot of that is increasingly around how to communicate around cyber incidents. So the more I learn about cybersecurity, the more concerned I became and the more kind of focused I become. So for me, it's like critical. You can't possibly run a business now, I don't think, without having adequate cybersecurity and security around the data and the information that you hold. And I think that for me is incredibly important for the clients that I have. I deal with lots of difficult situations that they may be experiencing. I'd feel horrendous if I made it worse because I've done something wrong with the data or lost data or something's happened. And so it's a fundamental kind of part of the business now. I think there's a number of ways that I get updates, obviously, as to things that are developing, keeping the various systems up to date. I know that can sometimes be frustrating from my perspective because we need to upgrade things, but that's important things to do. And also the checks that I get, the kind of email that comes through that says, go through this training. And I get really frustrated with myself if I get any of them wrong. So that keeps your mind really focused on that security in all its forms. I absolutely do feel confident, and I think the other thing is I also can pass on that confidence to people I work with, and a lot of organisations that I work with will want that security, will want to know that you've got information security policies, will want to know that you've got that support and backup. And hopefully as I continue to grow as a business, I can see that becoming even more important. So it gives me a little bit more. I mean, we're never going to be 100% kind of be too complacent then, but yeah, definitely gives me a lot more confidence. Yeah, I think particularly for smaller businesses or single person businesses, I think it might feel like it's a difficult thing because you've got to justify additional spend, and I know it's always challenging to think about that, but it's the risk It's trying to, I spend a lot of time talking about risk in the work I do, and it's understanding the risk you put yourself at and having that kind of somewhere to go so that you're not sat there, in the middle of some kind of disaster that you've had, unable to function, because that's going to wipe the business out. So it may feel a bit of a difficult thing to do, but I think it's really worth it to give you that security. I think I'd have to say patience, because I know I'm quite demanding and very responsive. I still think that would be my two things.